Hey folks, I'm sure most of you were aware that that Ripple put in an offer to buy out USDC Circle, but now it seems Coinbase is in there trying to do the same thing. I have a theory about it, but just keep in mind, Coinbase makes about 90% of the fees that are incurred when using USDC, so they make quite a bit of money off of it, and they have a lot of integrations with USDC already. I just find it strange that just about 2 weeks ago, they announced Coinbase became part of the S&P 500. And then just this week, what are we hearing? That there was a security breach. They have all this turmoil, but they're putting in a bid for USDC. That's just odd. And it's odd that it happened after the Ripple bid. It's almost as if USDC reached out to their buddy over at Coinbase and said, hey, why don't you help us drive up the price on Ripple? I think that might be what we're looking at. I'm not sure. But anyhow, check this out. Here's one of the announcements from the Paul Barron Network. It says, who should acquire USDC? Hit like for Ripple, hit share for Coinbase. Of course, the Ripple option is the more popular one in this post here. And another thing to look is Paul Barron himself. He says, breaking Ripple and Coinbase are now in a bidding war for Circle. Sources say that Ripple has the upper hand at a $911 billion price tag, or $9 to $11 billion price tag. Man, that just didn't look right. A $9 to $11 billion price tag. So remember, the initial offer from Ripple was about 5. And so, yeah, the price is being driven up. Yet Coinbase is they're in some pretty big trouble right now, because I think the DOJ and the SEC are investigating. Turns out Coinbase, the exchange where you can buy crypto, they opted for, I think, the least secure option of security for most of their clients, and so at least that's what I'm hearing. So there's going to be some issues there. They're going to need to up the bar on that. I think that these exchanges have taken security way too lightly, which is why a lot of people opt for cold storage wallets. And now most people, like myself, are opting for institutional custody, because we just want to make sure we have every layer of protection we can get. But here was a little bit of a, I guess a little bit of a, what would you call it? About like a vote taken on who should take over US. So here's the vote. Paul Barron put it out. He goes, how does the potential 10 billion plus acquisition of Circle play out? And Ripple, Coinbase, or Meta, Apple, JP Morgan. Could be somebody else, right? A dark horse, as they say. So Ripple's winning this thing out, and my money is on Ripple, simply because I know that they have the flexibility. They're not a public company yet, so they have a lot of flexibility and creativity at their disposal in how they do this, if they do it at all. And so we'll see how it works out. But adding the USDC coin and I guess blending it with RLUSD creates a much stronger powerhouse. That's what they did with their custody companies that they took over. Remember, they took over Metaco and Standard Custodies, combined it all and made it Ripple Custody, right? So you pick up assets as you go. The acquisitions by Ripple won't stop there. We've got 3 or 4 now that we're looking at, right? We had Metaco, we had Standard Custody for custody, and then they had Hidden Road, and now they're looking at Circle. That's a lot of acquisitions for Ripple. I think there's more to come. It's just going to become a powerhouse. So my money is on Ripple. I think that's what's going to happen. I just think Circle's trying to make a few bucks here. The other thing that was circulating just a couple of weeks ago was that Circle's balance sheet wasn't in real good condition. And my guess is Coinbase, although they make a few bucks, I just don't think they're in the best financial shape, in my opinion. But anyhow, let me know what you think. Let me know who you think is going to win that battle and how it plays out in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. We'll see you on the next one. Hope you have a great day. Till next time, adios amigos.